Alright, so anyway, welcome everyone to this wonderful Saturday night. We're ready to kick off some more scares, some more spookies. Ooh. Okay, so we got here 7 videos tonight, and believe it or not, we actually don't have a video from Sir Spooks tonight, which is different because normally it's Nuke's top five that takes a break from videos. So we'll see. Night's still young. We'll see what else it brings. Okay, so before we start, I'm gonna give me some water. All right, sorry about that. I'm back, guys. All right. So we have 7 videos. Hi. So we got 7 videos to watch tonight. So the first one is going to be from a channel called Fearsome Top 5. Hold on, let me just realizing something. I don't know if I have their link in the description. Let me check. I do not. Fearsome Top 8. Top 5. Alright. They are there now. Alright, so from Fearsome Top 5, 5 scary ghost videos that'll make you lose sleep. So let's go ahead and turn on display. And let's roll.
Welcome to Fearsome Top 5.
Oh my god, that voice. Oh, that's creeping me out already.
Get ready to take a look at 5 bone-chilling videos of ghosts caught on camera that might just keep you up at night. Number 1. The first video that we're about to take a look at was uploaded by YouTube user Ollie Talons, and this video is titled Real Ghost Caught on Camera. The person that uploaded this video left a caption which explains how they checked their
Man, this narrator sounds like he'd be perfect narrating in a Resident Evil game.
surveillance camera every morning, but they recently received a motion-detected notification of something rather bizarre in front of their home. And when they took a look at the footage, they saw this.
Oh, okay, there you are. There you are. I see you walking up.
On the right side of the screen, a shadow figure can be seen walking along the bushes before eventually walking behind the black SUV. The person that uploaded this video said they attempted to recreate this footage by going outside to the same location at night, but they could not successfully imitate it. If we take a closer look, we can see that this is actually just a shadow and not an actual person walking. Strangely enough, this shadow entity walks behind the black SUV, and if this shadow is being cast by someone walking by, it would have been cast on the front of the car. I find this video very interesting, and I would love to know what you think. Number 2. When it comes
Damn, that's a great way to start this.
to catching poltergeist activity on camera, YouTuber Sylvia C is the master. Sylvia posts videos documenting the strange activity that happens in her home, from cabinets opening to objects moving on their own. Sylvia recently
Sylvia, these ghosts hate your cooking.
uploaded a video titled Kitchen Poltergeist Activity, Tins Moving in the Kitchen, with a caption which reads, "My motion-activated camera caught more activity in my kitchen. It was moving my tea and sugar tins."
Ooh. I see. It looks more like it's playing with the lids. Oh, okay. You went flying off. I'm getting chills already, guys. This is nuts. What's with the weird? What's with that weird fast forward sounds? What the heck? Oh, and also, that's also mentioned the little towel hanging from the oven that has a picture of the Titanic on it.
Surprisingly, the activity caught in this clip is actually not the worst Sylvia has ever seen. As the video begins, we can see the top on the blue tin fly off the counter without any explanation. Then throughout the rest of the video, the red tin on the counter is being manipulated by a force that we cannot see. After looking through the
Use the Force, Luke.
comments on this video, I could not agree more with this person that said, "I honestly don't know how you could live there. You're a brave woman." Number 3. The most common proof of the paranormal caught on camera is orbs. Well, I recently found a video that appears to show orbs doing more than just floating around. TikTok user The Annoying Bird 88 posted a video captioned, "Last night's video. Just watch and listen to the stairs."
What's all going on tonight? That's me clicking on the floor. Give it a minute, it'll start.
Wait.
Oh, it's doing it. Oh my god, it's doing it, it's doing it.
Oh. Oh. Did you see that orb coming down the stairs?
The woman recording was experiencing strange activity coming from the stairs in her home. She bravely began recording.
Welcome, Mr. Leggington and Marilyn Welch. Thanks for coming, guys.
In an attempt to catch some of this strange activity on camera. As the video begins, we can see several orbs float in front of the camera. Moments later, we can clearly hear the sound of someone slowly walking down the stairs towards the woman recording.
It's doing it.
Yeah, there's Zero coming down the stairs and going into the next room. So casual.
Even more incredible than that, we can actually see an orb slowly floating down the stairs, in sync with the sounds of these footsteps. I've never seen a video of an orb appearing to affect the things around it. so this video really stood out to
Yes,
me.
this is freaky.
But if you think you can explain this, please leave a comment below. Number 4. This next video comes from a couple that we've seen on this channel many times. TikTok users Lainey and Ben.
I've seen their videos.
At this point, many of you are probably familiar with this couple and their wildly haunted house. Well, they recently posted a new video to TikTok that may just be their best proof of the paranormal yet. And this video is captioned, "We can't do anything in peace."
What the hell?
Oh, jeez.
Shut up. What the hell?
Dude.
Did you see it?
You couldn't miss it? Oh, you've got to watch that back.
How?
Was that a shadow just then?
Where? I don't know either.
As the video begins, the eerie sound of knocking can be heard coming from the other side of the door. Lainey cautiously approaches, and when she does, the door handle mysteriously begins to turn, opening the door. Ben quickly rushes through the doorway, only to find...
Okay, it's also interesting to point out that you don't see any shadows coming from underneath there. So how the hell did that door open?
When she does, the door handle mysteriously begins to turn, opening the door. Ben quickly rushes through the doorway, only to find that no one is on the other side. This...
Yeah. You know, I agree. You know, the Mr. Langington said, "It's freaky, but I would love to visit Ben's house as it seems kind of fun." You know, yeah, I have to agree with you there because you know I have a buddy of mine as well that I sometimes do these with. His YouTube channel is Prendo Jr. And we've talked about actually doing our own paranormal investigation. There's some odd places here in Utah that could use some another looks at. So yeah, we talked about doing paranormal investigations, and I can't wait to finally get to one of them.
Video left me speechless the first time I saw it, and I still get chills every time I see that door handle begin to turn on its own. I can't help but believe that this video is real, but if it is in fact a hoax, then it was very well done.
Watch from a distance.
Number 5. The last video that we're about to take a look at was posted by another TikTok user that I've been keeping my eye on lately. The Haunted 136 is a TikTok account run by a woman named Tammy. She's consistently posted videos of the creepy things she's caught on camera around her home. Well, she recently posted a video captioned, "Another favorite of mine, the Barbie car, not battery operated, moves on its own."
And then there's the cat freaking out over it too. Like, what? Yeah, that cat's freaked out, man. He's like, no, I'm out.
As the video begins, we can see the small Barbie car on the right side of the screen slowly begin to move on its own. And this strange anomaly is enough to catch the attention of the nearby cat. And after the cat sniffs the car for a brief moment, it begins to roll away once again. I can't imagine being in a situation like this, where you can't escape paranormal activity, even in your own home. Well, that was 5 videos of ghosts caught on camera. If you think you have any explanation for anything you just witnessed, please put it in the comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos like this.
That was pretty good, buddy. That was pretty good. Alright. By the way, if you want to check out all these channels I'm looking at tonight, links to their channels will be in the description down below. Now we're going to take a look at the top 15 scary videos that stunned viewers. Let's see, would you react to Zach Bangan's Demon House? I might, yeah, I'll look into that, and I might um, include it in my next countdown video on my Paranormal Man channel. But as far as what we're doing here with this, I'm reacting to other Paranormal Countdown clip shows, and not of actual full investigations. Alright, so top 15 scary videos that stunned viewers.
Number 15. This video was taken at a medical center in Ulhasnagar, India. At first, it seems like an escaped patient is scaling a column to get to the second floor, but look closely and you'll see some of their movements are quite unnatural. For one thing, this person appears way too light, almost like they weigh almost nothing at all. Look how they reach up with their
Yeah, I've seen this clip before, and it's still just... That is creepy, man.
left hand and grab onto a completely flat section of the wall at the 9-second mark. There doesn't even appear to be anything to hold on to, but somehow pull themselves up. Their arms and legs are way too long here, and it looks constantly hunched over even when it climbs. Whatever this
Yep.
is, it barely looks to be
Technically, Chills' side channel, but yes.
human.
It's
Number
Chills.
14. The Waverly Hills Sanitarium in Kentucky has been condemned since the early 60s, though
Waverly
the spirits of
Hills.
its former inhabitants are thought to still roam its rubble-filled halls. Lindsay Rogers leads a ghost hunting team through the dark asylum, and it isn't long before they are engulfed by paranormal activity.
Holy sh!
It sounds like a door open.
Man, back in the day, man, this place was explored by a group of paranormal investigators on the show, Fact or Faked Paranormal Files, and they went in and came out with incredible evidence.
And you can see Lindsay looks right, but the door is still shut. There's a second banging noise that almost sounds like a body hitting the ground. Though without more video footage, we'll never know for sure. Number 13. A man from an unknown country is checking an old apartment when he is confronted by the spirit of its former inhabitants. First, something whispers behind him in another language, possibly Arabic, followed by movement. Then they slam the door he just walked through and raise the lock in midair, something that a person would not be able to do just from banging really hard on the other side.
Literally getting chills.
Orbs are going crazy, although it is pretty dusty in here. Anyway, pay attention to this side of the room. No one is here, yet in moments a pop flies from this direction, and when he turns around you can see the room is completely empty. Phantom figures crouch low behind doorways and promptly disappear, and when he hears these running footsteps overhead, he knows it's time to leave fast. They sound heavy and are heading straight his way. Number 12.
Fucking hell. Can we not scare the shit out of me this early on into the stream?
It's 10:30 at night when a vehicle's headlights chance upon a large and mysterious creature in the road. It's hard to make out, but the creature appears to be in a ready stance, with its head low to the ground. I thought it could be a possum
It kind of looks like a raccoon of some kind.
its coloring, but it's far too large. Something about the way it's standing doesn't look natural to me. So let me know what you think this is, and if it's even from this world. Number 11. This cat is playfully smacking around a Brillo pad when it stops to look straight up, ears back completely frozen, almost as if someone invisible is standing over it. Next, an orb floats upwards and makes it jump straight into the air. After a while, the house pet regains interest in its toy, only to stop and look around again, slightly bewildered. It looks at its owner briefly and then follows the orb with its head in a swooping motion. possibly the very same orb as before. There's no doubt that the cat sees something out of the ordinary as it tracks the orb perfectly. Both times it completely loses interest in the toy and seems somewhat alarmed over an unseen presence. I guess there could be some other explanation, but if I was alone and saw all of this going on, I would definitely question if my house was haunted.
I would too.
Number
That's
10.
insane.
It's 6 in the morning, and a YouTuber named Sheezy is about to go home after a long shift at the hospital. All he needs to do is return this 1-ton x-ray machine and then clock out. Unfortunately for him, the elevator
1-ton x-ray. I hope there's wheels on that thing.
gets stuck on the 5th floor and suddenly
great.
drops to the 1st floor without warning. It happens so fast that the floor numbers don't even register until the very end. But it's not over yet. The elevator rushes from the ground floor to the 5th floor.
Okay, my problem with this one is that if the elevator was moving that quickly, I don't think it would have stopped with such subtlety. I think that X-ray machine would be flying around, or at least vibrating a little bit, and that guy would be on the ground,
Ready to drop again. And if that x-ray machine slides back and pins him against the wall, it wouldn't matter if he's at a hospital or not, because it's going to flatten him in seconds. This time he hits the emergency stop before he can drop again. After a minute and a half, engineers rush to get him out of there. Number 9. A YouTuber named Angelo Black gathers some friends, and together they head to a local tunnel that's rumored to get more terrifying
It's weird. That didn't seem real.
and dangerous the farther down you go. They begin their journey with the goal of going deeper than anyone has dared to before. Laughing and joking at first, but soon growing more serious as they huddle close, banding together against a gnawing claustrophobic dread that nobody wants to be the first to acknowledge. Eventually, they find a lonely portion of pipe that is next to no graffiti and bravely keep going. After traveling a great distance, they're now staring down an even narrower passageway that feels
Man.
long enough to make all of them
My claustrophobia is going nuts right now.
stop. One of them asks who's there, and this wild growl comes from the darkness within.
Who's there?
Before they even have time to react, the camera person thinks a face is looking at them, which I don't see, but I do hear this faint moan shortly afterwards. It's definitely coming from up ahead.
Wait.
Ooh.
Wait.
The moan soon changes into the same growl again, even louder this time, that I think might actually be a rusty old drain pipe letting
These are
loose.
some damn
Still, I
scary
wouldn't take
videos
any
here,
chances
guys.
by sticking around, especially not after I heard this.
Yeah, I'm
Their phone
gone.
mysteriously stops
Bye.
recording at this point, and they get out of there fast. But whether it stopped recording because of a low battery or because of paranormal interference has never been verified. Number 8. A paranormal team led by Derek Reese sits around the old family room of a haunted house in an undisclosed location. One of them must be sensitive to spirits because he asks them if they feel anything, and maybe he accidentally channels something into the room.
Oh my god, don't mess with me, please.
No, I'm not.
You can see everyone except for one person when the knock happens, but her hands are in her lap under a pillow, so no, it's not her. Later on, they are looking at old videos when two visual artifacts appear. One is pink and one is green, and neither of them will go away no matter what they try. And that's when they hear creepy singing and a deep voice say something like, "Get away from the door." The audio is pretty low quality, but what do you hear? Number 7.
I'm a little skeptical about that one. Everything just seems kind of too convenient.
This video, titled
And their reaction seemed kind of forced.
Proof They Do Exist, Ghost Swinging on Light, was taken at a body repair shop at an undisclosed location. There are only 2 fans, both off. One is even pointed at the ground, yet this light is going crazy. It's even weirder when you see that both the next light over and the one furthest away are hanging still as can be. Here's another video of the shop taken on a different day. Watch for anything weird and tell me what you find, because I see nothing to cause this. There are no vents in the ceiling. So what could this be? Number 6.
That's
A
crazy.
YouTube channel called Exploring with Danny is checking out a chapel cemetery that is so haunted. They only feel comfortable approaching by day. They have all been here before, but this time they are disappointed to find that commercial locks are in place and that everything looks to be boarded up.
Bummer.
Still, they are determined to get inside, and they keep moving along the perimeter, searching for another way in. After a while, the camera person feels watched and makes the mistake of looking up.
How come you're not getting through them doors,
Whoa!
eh?
Whoa, okay. Whoa! Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. She sees ya. They see her.
Watching over them is a
It moved.
frowning pale
Oh, okay, it moved. Okay. Bro, do I don't have any explanation for that one? Now, if it was just like a still, if it was like a still figure and all that, then I could say like, okay, maybe that was photoshopped and all that. But no, fucker moved.
Watching over them is a frowning pale figure with solid black eyes. I guess this could be one of their friends, but given the new measures taken to keep trespassers out, I don't see how this is possible. You would think that they would run at such a sight, but this encounter only makes them more determined to bust a new way inside, which they eventually do.
No,
They
I'd be
soon reach
gone.
the interior
I'd
steps
be
and feel
gone.
watched again. The figure is staring back
Dude.
at them from above once more, perhaps twice as displeased to learn they've gained entrance. This time, they all duck into a room and watch it silently pass. The thing retreats down a long hallway, but when Danny follows, it's the last glimpse any of them get of it before scattering.
Oh,
Number
dude.
5. A chef and his apprentice
Dude, I don't care if that's real or if it's fake. It is scary as shit.
rummage around the kitchen to do some last-minute prep work before opening. One of them undoes the plastic ties from all of the bread and then takes a few steps away. Moments later, he looks over only to see a single remaining piece of bread raise itself in the air and land in the corner with a smack. He tries to explain what happened to a coworker as he examines the bread for anything wrong, finding nothing. I was waiting for it to jump back out after he throws it away, but I guess it's done moving for now. Everybody probably thought he was going crazy, and maybe he did too, until they checked out this haunting video for themselves and posted it online. Number 4. A professional snake handler jumps in his tank with 3 of his meanest pythons to show that they are relatively tame. His demonstration backfires though, when the large albino lunges at him multiple times. This really wasn't the best idea in the world, but I think he could have pulled it off if he had only made less hand gestures when speaking. It seems like the snake is mostly attracted to his hand movements, which often look like the rapid twitching movements of prey. I think his left hand gets the snake's attention here.
It's the big New Year's Day, and we just...
The giant reptile seems to calm down until he moves his hand again to thrust an index finger in the air.
The real mean one's the other one.
After 3 lunges in 2 minutes, he decides to wrap up the video before the python wraps him up instead. Number 3. This black spider reaches the end of a room and finds
Dude, fuck, spiders.
itself cornered by the camera. Here you can see the exact moment it turns around and sizes up the human standing before it. It lifts its head slightly to better hold them in its eight-eyed gaze.
Never corner
There's
a
nothing left for
spider.
the outsized insect to do but stand its ground, so it spreads into a wide stance to make itself look as large and as frightening as possible, wiggling its tiny front arms as further warning.
Oh,
But the
dude.
display of intimidation does not work at all. The person continues to record, completely oblivious as to what's about to happen to them next. The spider seems to miss the camera and probably lands somewhere on her hand or her arm, or if she was close enough, maybe even tangled in her hair. Number 2,
Oh, dude.
a YouTuber named Ghost Robo is taking some
You know, sometimes things that are actually alive are a lot more terrifying than things that are dead.
questions from fans. They talk about everything from going back to school to Transformers, and then they take a quick break to make some minor adjustments.
Let's see.
The room cools off and the conversation picks up until a real-life jump scare leaves them wide-mouthed and pale.
I never watched the show or anything, but they're pretty cool.
Jake as a Transformer, that's the
The lightning sounds so close that I seriously wonder if it struck the side of their house. Either way, it takes the three of them over 30 seconds to compose themselves and carry on. I've got a challenge for you. 30 seconds to compose themselves.
The guy in the middle of his face just like, just made me shit myself.
And carry on. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video? 1. These people are getting on an elevator that is far from normal. Aside from being rigged with hidden cameras, the bottom is set to drop with them still inside. Okay, not really, but close enough. Each floor panel is actually a
that's so
high-definition
messed up.
television playing a separate video that, when played together, creates the illusion of the elevator bottoming out. If you were looking straight ahead and expecting a smooth ride, seeing this out of control of your eye would really be enough to send you screaming. And when combined with sound effects coming from the speakers,
Dude,
these
that is
poor
messed
participants
up.
didn't really stand a chance.
That is messed up.
The illusion looks so real that it takes one of them a few seconds to realize that they weren't actually floating in air. Thanks for checking out this video.
That is-
Be sure to subscribe because we upload new
Oh, if someone ever did that to me, I'd be so pissed at them. That's so messed up. Alright, next we got from Slapped Ham. Seriously scary videos to watch in the dark. Oh.
There's somebody looking at us. Look in that window.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some scary videos that can't quite be explained. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more eerie content just like this. A door that slowly creaks open to reveal something terrible on the other side is a typical trope in many horror films. Therefore, when YouTuber Todd Peterson captured this eerie video, it's easy to understand why several viewers' minds quickly turned to the paranormal for an explanation. In the video, we see the cameraman latch the door lock before moving back, giving us a full, unedited view of the area. Unsure if the door is going to open, he waits patiently for something to happen.
Wonder if it's gonna do it this time.
Suddenly, something truly mysterious happens. Watch.
What the f?
As you can see, about 30 seconds later, the latch suddenly comes undone and the door opens all by itself.
What the f?
How was he able to get that latch off? Wow.
Several
that's
viewers
creepy.
immediately suggested that the door seemed to be unlocked by a ghost.
What the f?
While the door's mysterious ability to seemingly unlock itself certainly is strange, do you think it's really the work of some sort of supernatural force? Or is there another way to explain the bizarre movement? Let me know
The only other thing I can think of is a magnet.
your theories in the comments section below.
What the f?
Doing good, Dirty South. How you doing?
Ghosts are believed to haunt many different kinds of places, and while graveyards and old dilapidated houses are considered prime paranormal real estate, this video may prove that hauntings can happen just about anywhere. When YouTubers
Ooh,
Twin
Twin
Paranormal are
Paranormal.
given the chance to explore a notoriously haunted brewery in Silver Mountain City, California, their cameras managed to capture some very creepy events. The Cutthroat Brewing Company is housed in an old hotel that was converted into a makeshift hospital back in the 1800s. As the town only had a few hundred residents at the time, it had no local hospital, so they used the building to house the sick during the winter. Even creepier, the basement began to be used as a morgue for those who passed away. Nowadays, the premises is supposedly
Awesome.
rife with paranormal activity. Employees often claim to see apparitions, hear strange sounds, and witness objects being moved around with no apparent explanation. As the team concentrate their investigation within a particular part of the brewery, a camera in a different area picks up something exceptionally eerie. Take a look.
Oh, okay, okay. Nope.
What are we doing here?
We can see what looks to be a translucent figure appear at the door.
One of our night vision cameras pointing towards the back door had picked up what looks like a man coming in through the back gate into the building.
As the entity moves around, it seems to become more formed,
Yeah,
with
that's
some
a
suggesting
no
that
to
it
me.
resembles a man with black hair and a dark beard.
This man-like figure starts to form his
The figure then moves about for several seconds before disappearing from view.
head right after. Then he turns his head facing our direction before exiting out.
Yeah, I saw their newest one last night as well. Was a very interesting one, especially with the figure, reaching out for Wyatt's arm the way it was. Thinking about including that one in my next countdown video.
The back door.
Unaware of what their cameras captured, the investigators continue to record strange noises on tape, potentially proving that the brewery is haunted by more than one spirit.
If you're here, make a noise.
Have a good night, Marilyn. Thanks for stopping by.
Did you guys hear the footsteps right behind River? Did you hear them?
Several viewers of the footage were understandably shocked by what they saw, and on face value alone, it certainly appears as though these investigators may have actually caught a ghost on camera. If it does turn out to be true, one can't help but wonder who the spirit is. Could he have been a patient that died inside the makeshift hospital all those years ago? While this particular entity is believed to be the main paranormal presence occupying the brewery, it's still up for debate whether or not his intentions are friendly, or something a little more sinister.
Did we just catch the male spirit that's been seen lurking around in this building by some of the workers?
Many people love to make playful videos of their pets. However, most probably expect to capture little more than a fun and whimsical memory. In this video uploaded to YouTube by Nature the Bee, it seems that they got much more than they bargained for while filming their pet cat. Take a look.
That's the end of the first trailer. I hope you've enjoyed.
What the?
The description notes that the video was captured in the uploader's parents' bedroom. The room is dark, and we can immediately see the cat interacting with the camera.
Where there's a nice cat, but then it turns dark.
Everything seems normal for the first 20 seconds or so. Then, just as the cat begins to move away, we catch a glimpse of something strange peering through the darkness.
And that's the end of the first trailer. I hope you've enjoyed.
There, peeping from behind a wall, is what looks like a terrifying, ghostly face.
Enjoyed.
That's a doll.
Its skin is pale and it has dark, bulbous eyes, and a mouth seemingly shaped by anguish.
I hope you've enjoyed.
The
It is
fact
moving
that the
though,
face
so that's
suddenly appears
weird.
out of nowhere is creepy enough. However, its ghastly expression may actually be the most hair-raising part of the video. So what do you make of this bizarre footage? Has this YouTuber really captured the face of a ghost watching them play with their pet cat?
I don't know, I'm still saying it's a doll.
If so, this video...
Casper Site sent me your way initially. I'm a fan. I do like your subdued enthusiasm and skepticism. A nice touch. I appreciate that. Yeah, I like to watch these videos with a little bit of logic in it as well. Yeah, if I see one that's an obvious fake, I'll point it out. But other videos, I'll look at it and I'm like, okay, how?
Video's the perfect example
Yeah,
of a potentially charming
this one's
memory
definitely
that
fake.
quickly turned into evidence of the ultimate nightmare. Potentially charming.
I mean, look, there it is right there. Here, let me slow it down for you here a little bit.
Memory. Potentially charming.
There it is, right there. It's a doll. It's right there.
Memory that quickly turned into evidence of the ultimate nightmare.
I hope you...
Because he's moving the camera. That figure isn't peeking out. He's moving the camera to the side.
Museums house many objects from the past, so it seems possible that they could play home to the paranormal. Brighton Museum in Brighton, England is believed to be haunted by at least one ghost. Does this footage do enough to prove these claims? Take a look and judge for yourself. In the clip uploaded to YouTube by the Royal Pavilion and Museums Trust, we see the entrance to the museum at night time. Suddenly there's a flash of light before a cup on one of the shelves falls to the ground. Even if you watch the footage in slow motion,
I'm not seeing
it does
anything.
little to solve the mystery.
Oh, okay, it's right there.
While unexplained events like this are often quick to be treated with paranormal reasoning, in this case it certainly seems justified. Another theory is that a small battery-containing device might have somehow exploded, causing the sudden flash of light and sending the mug tumbling to the floor.
Possibly.
As nothing particularly sinister occurs in the video, could it simply be a case of a playful poltergeist having a little bit of fun? Let me know what you think in the comments section below.
My guess is that the security guard set up a firecracker right there or something.
Grocery stores are a popular place to see CCTV cameras, often installed to keep an eye on the shoppers as they go about their business, ensuring that they don't place a candy bar or two in their coat pocket along the way. Paranormal activity, however, is probably something the shop's owners don't expect to see when reviewing the footage. When watching this video, uploaded to YouTube by Miss Bethany Heroldstadt, it seems hard to deny that something paranormal has indeed been captured on this store's security camera in Malaysia. In the clip, we can see the register as well as the front door leading to the darkness outside. All seems normal for a while, until we get a glimpse of something rather eerie. Take a look. A ghostly woman can be seen on the other side of the frame. She then suddenly appears on the left, and then in the middle. She jumps about as though the camera's skipping frames, yet her bodily movements are clearly recorded at normal speed. She's wearing a long yellow or green dress with a pale coloured shirt covering her upper body. The most striking thing about her...
Okay, this is either a real ghost sighting or a nicely edited video. I mean, it wouldn't be the greatest edited video, but still nice. I mean, because yeah, it may appear that it's being recorded at normal speed, but that only seems evident at this part right here.
Her appearance
with
is
the
that
car
where her head and arms should be, there
coming
appears
up right
to
here.
be nothing, just a clear view of the darkness behind her.
Everything else could have been edited, though.
The woman remains motionless in the center of the frame for some time before eventually shuffling from view. The event is clearly so bizarre that even one of the employees heads outside to see what happened. While at first the ghostly figure appears to have no head or face, if you zoom in you can actually see that she does. However, it's a pale grey colour and her facial features are indiscernible. Her head even looks as though it could be translucent.
Oh, I'm translucent!
In fact, her description seems eerily similar to that of the typical white lady ghost that is said to haunt various places around the world. These types of ghosts are thought to have suffered great tragedies during their lives and returned to the places where they were experienced. And while what we've seen in the clip so far is indeed creepy, it's what happens at the end that'll give you chills.
Really? There's more?
So as we can see, the figure has once again returned. However, this time, she completely disappears from view. Of course, there's always the possibility that the woman in this video is simply a regular person made to look ghost-like by the unusual lighting or poor camera quality. Still, if this was the case, it doesn't explain the way she seems to disappear and reappear several times throughout the clip. And it also doesn't explain why the employee also seemed suspicious at the time.
I call it a hoax if it's not paranormal, and that employee's
Could it be
in on
possible that the ghostly woman has returned to this specific location for a reason? Unfortunately, without further evidence, her intentions will have to remain a mystery, at least for the time being.
She never got her 57 cents back off of that candy bar. May she rest in peace.
Old hotels are often visited by paranormal investigators in search of supernatural evidence. In this clip, TikToker Bell Tower Bat gives us a first-hand account of what it's actually like to permanently live in such a place.
Hey guys, so I practice Wicca, and I live in an old hotel, so I thought it would be fun to walk the halls and the tunnels underneath the hotel and see if there's any ghosts.
Using Reality Ripple, an effect that's supposedly able to detect paranormal...
Why do you live in an old abandoned hotel?
...normal energy, she begins the video by filming a few items in her room.
This is a human vertebrae. Surprisingly, not much happening here.
While her phone initially detects something, she later mentions that she's surprised that not much seems to be showing up, considering how old her apartment building is.
Surprisingly, not much going on for how spooky and old my building is.
Everything changes, however, when the TikToker enters the basement. There, she's confronted by something far more terrifying than mere paranormal energy. Take a look.
Oh, whoa, okay.
Oh my god, did you guys just see that figure? What was that?
In the distance, we can see a dark, shadowy figure peer out from behind a wall.
Alright, it was more the suddenness of his appearance that made me jump just now.
Scared, the TikToker reluctantly moves closer to investigate, but all she discovers is a dead end.
Okay, let's be clear. Let's be honest here. What's scarier? This? Or
scared,
that?
The TikToker reluctantly moves closer to investigate, but all she discovers is a dead end.
Oh my god. What?
While there's no doubt that the sighting was certainly creepy, several viewers have suggested that the dark figure could have simply been a regular person who slipped away once they noticed someone was filming. Either that, or perhaps even a friend who was part of a prank.
Oh my god, did you guys just see that figure?
Initially watching the video, this
Pull
theory
the
seems to be
camera away from
dispelled
your
when the
face.
TikToker checks the end of the corridor. However, if you're paying attention, you can see that the footage actually cuts, which allows time for someone to sneak past the camera.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What?
Still, others seem certain that the figure seen in this clip has to be some sort of paranormal presence, based on the old hotel's history. So as always, I'll throw this one out to you, the viewer. Let me know what you think down below.
Oh, hell no, I'm out of here.
Oh my god, did you guys just see that figure? What was that?
When paranormal investigators seize Crazy Crossroads, Urban Ghosts Urban Exploration, Holy Walkers, and Franco TV team up to investigate the notorious Medina Mansion in Florida, you just know they're going to capture something strange on camera. In this video uploaded to Seize Crazy Crossroads YouTube channel, it isn't long before something potentially paranormal rears its head, literally. As the investigators approach the house, one of them notices that there's a creepy face peering down at them from the upstairs window.
Hey. Look in the window. Look in the window. There's a head. There's somebody looking at us. Look in that window. Look in that window.
It isn't long until the figure seems to realize it's been spotted and quickly disappears back into the darkness.
What do we do? What do we do? Go check this out.
The crew immediately run upstairs in an effort to confront the mysterious figure, but are unable to locate it anywhere.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. You saw it, right? Joe, did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it, bro. What the freak?
While one's immediate thoughts turn to the paranormal for an explanation, it was even suggested by one viewer that it looks very much like an alien. If you zoom in, you can certainly see the resemblance.
Dude, are you kidding me? Somebody's here. What do we do?
Others thought it might have been a squatter. However, if that was the case, why were the investigators unable to find any trace of anyone upstairs?
Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. You saw it, right?
Whatever,
they're looking
whoever
for
the
it.
figure was, this is certainly one very scary video and a paranormal investigation that these YouTubers won't likely soon forget.
Hey. Look in the window. Look in the window. There's a head. There's somebody looking at us. Look in that window. Look in that window. Dude, are you kidding me? Somebody's here.
Before we take a look at some chilling CCTV footage, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos. Also, remember to put on your best hat, declare to everyone in the room that gosh darn it, you're going to click that like button, then gosh darn it. Shadow figures are often described as elusive paranormal beings that appear only fleetingly. In this video, shared to TikTok by CreepyHub15, the strange figure that's been captured on camera certainly fits that description. The clip appears to be an excerpt of CCTV footage captured in the hallway of what could be a hospital or office building of some sort. Suddenly, a small dark figure emerges from the doorway and seems to briefly hide behind the cart before quickly disappearing once again. Viewers remain divided over what they think's happening in this video. Some seem sure that it's simply a human child playing around. However, the figure appears to move way too fast for this to be the case.
Now, if it was a child, we would be able to make out some clothing articles, maybe even a face. But that's a pure black shadow.
That the security camera really has captured a shadow person on tape. So what do you think this piece of mysterious footage shows? Shadow person, speedy child, or something else entirely?
I don't know.
Love to hear your theories in the comments section below.
Ain't no speedy child, though.
Now, if you want to see some more scary videos, then check out that link on the top there.
Alright, next up is Chills. 10 scary videos that will frighten you senseless. By the way, in case you guys are wondering, yes, I will be doing Nuke's Top 5. I always save him for last, because he has the best videos. And if these videos so far are anything to go off of, we are in for a treat with his.
Prepare yourself. I'm confident these scary videos are about to frighten you senseless. Number 10. Christian Garcia and a couple of his friends are riding around on a motorcycle late at night through the streets of Mexico and are enjoying their night when suddenly they come across something absolutely terrifying and startling on the road. Right here. This seems to just be a really sort of like isolated road in the middle of nowhere. It's clearly nighttime, and this individual is just sitting out here staring off into the distance. I wish they would have asked if they needed help. Instead, just sort of take off. But I guess they do decide they should turn around, which is the right thing to do, so respect to these guys.
Hola, señora. ¿Qué dice? ¿Eh? ¿Quién es? ¿Qué le pasa? ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Cómo se llama? Está en medio de la nada, ¿no? ¿Le pasa algo?
If anybody who speaks Spanish could please translate what was said in this conversation, but I assume they were asking if they were all right, to which they get no response from the stranger, and I think eventually just decide, yes, to just take off.
¿Le pasa algo?
Even when Christian and his friends drive back to where the mysterious stranger is sitting down on the side of the road, doesn't really seem as though they are trying to talk to her too much, and I guess it makes sense because she is a complete stranger, and you never know exactly what a stranger is capable of. I just hope this person is okay and isn't suffering from any problems, but if they are, I hope they will be okay in due time. Number 9,
they are.
Reddit user Expier Seekers took this video late one night and shared it to the subreddit Humanoid Encounters, not entirely sure of what exactly he saw while filming. In the video, the Reddit user continuously clicks a light on and off, seeming to be playing some sort of a trick on someone or something, but what exactly does he see? Although it may be hard to see, if you look hard enough, you should be able to see it.
Gotta work, work all night, search for underpants, hey, we won't stop till we have underpants,
Right there, someone or something is just peeking its head past this rock here, trying to obviously stay hidden, and as soon as it spots them, it takes off.
Yeah.
I think they just capture it that one time, which I also feel adds authenticity to this video. But what I wish they would have done is actually go and check out this rock from the other side to see if whatever it was they caught on camera was still hiding there. Right there. Just for a split second. Is caught on camera. Unfortunately, the video ends just a few moments later, and we are not given any sort of explanation as to what exactly was hiding behind the rock that night. The uploader states that he believes it could be related to a Native American myth, but is not entirely sure, which is why he wants viewers to give their opinion of what they think it is. So what do you think this strange figure is? Number 8. A Russian YouTuber known as Tret shared a video online of him wandering around through a local forest equipped with a video camera. Because the video is in Russian, I'm not entirely sure what he is saying during the video, but I'm going to assume he is saying he is filming in the forest to see if he can capture anything of interest on camera. And if that is what he's saying, then he got exactly what he wished for.
Как-то мрачно, очень мрачно. Еще и в колодце что-то шипит. Может, ужик?
Wow.
Whoa!
What the heck is that? It looks like a human face, but its eyes are glowing, and you can kind of see it almost looks like a skull with glowing eyes. And what the heck it's doing down here is a question I do not have the answer to. It looks like it's at the bottom of a well and notices that it's being filmed and just sort of looks straight up into the camera. That is just terrifying. And in classic fashion, the cameraman runs away immediately after seeing this, which is totally understandable given the circumstances. Instead of looking like some sort of...
The only thing I can think of outside of the paranormal is CGI. I can't think of any other kind of natural phenomenon or anomaly that could be causing that face to appear.
Of paranormal entity. I personally think that this looks like some sort of skeleton because of the shape of its head, and I can almost make out some bones. Interestingly though, this skeleton-like creature seems to have dark glowing purple eyes, which would be strange considering how skeletons are not alive. So what exactly is this creature that Tret saw? As for now, it remains a mystery. Number 7. Most people have home surveillance cameras installed for a security measure, just in case somebody attempts to break into their house late at night or an unwanted visitor shows up. But Helen Brookshaw's home surveillance camera captured something much more terrifying than a burglar. It captured an unwanted visitor, but not the kind you'd think or hope for. Focus your attention on the upper left side here. So let's count. 1, 2, 3 ghostly figures here. Not just one, not just two, but 3 in total. And they just seem to be moving in unison, sort of just back and forth in this circle here. And to add to this, it also looks like this happens at a graveyard because these appear to be tombstones. The people who own this surveillance system must live beside a graveyard. And that makes sense because the title of this video is Ghost on My CCTV in Graveyard Next Door. So the fact that not only did they capture 3 paranormal presences on camera, but the fact that this also happens at a graveyard, I think just adds to how bizarre and creepy of a situation this is. I can't even begin to imagine how creepy it would be to have your home so close to a nearby cemetery or graveyard, but that seems to be the case for Helen. What gives this video even more credibility is exactly that. The footage is filmed in a graveyard, which is obviously going to be populated with ghosts and paranormal entities, and in this particular video, it seems like there are at least 3 or maybe 4 of them moving around in a strange, almost glitchy...
It's either paranormal activity or a very bizarre light anomaly. Either way, it's unsettling.
...manner. Who knows? Maybe these are the spirits of passed away people going to pay their other family members a visit. Number 6. Millions of people all around the world wake up in the middle of the night for a midnight snack, and that's exactly what happened in this YouTube video published by Paranormal Nightmares. The uploader says her husband went downstairs in the middle of the night to pour himself a bowl of cereal. So far so good, but this seemingly ordinary trip to the kitchen at night quickly turns horrifying. Okay, so we start here. He just grabs, cereal out of the cupboard and a bowl.
I love how suddenly Chills is giving an actual play-by-play analysis of his videos.
And right there, I'm sure you saw it. The cereal box just moves completely on its own. And what I like about this video, in terms of authenticity, is that the cereal box is coming straight from the cupboard. There's no possibility that it could be a string causing this. And right there it goes. And he's clearly perplexed by this, a little almost nervous. And right there the cereal box goes again. Some commenters on this video have questioned why there's seemingly a security camera set up inside the kitchen of all places, but the uploader has not responded to this. Perhaps they have them set up in various places in case of things like this happening. Of course, this could also have been done with the use of a very small string, but as far as I can see, it doesn't look like anything is attached to the cereal
No, it
box.
doesn't.
Plus, the way the husband reacts to
that's
this
what's the
box moving
craziest.
seems very genuine. His facial expressions seem quite confused and a little creeped out, especially towards the end of the clip. Who wouldn't be freaked out if they saw their cereal box moving by itself? Number 5. An old hospital that was recently turned into an office building is experiencing some pretty strange activity lately, as you will soon see for yourself on this unsettling piece of security footage. Right there it starts.
Oh, okay.
And that door just completely opens by itself. Just watch that one more time. So the door stays completely closed, and then just out of nowhere starts opening. And like the title says, this building is completely empty when this happens. So unless there's potentially a window open, like some sort of draft, I just can't think of any other reason why this would be happening. To provide some context on this video, the owner of the office building has said that he has seen somebody standing in the corner of this room, but he didn't want to say it was anything paranormal because
And what they didn't put onto YouTube is the footage of the guy going into that office into that office and hiding behind the door. What they also didn't show is him leaving that office.
because he was a skeptic. However, just to make sure nothing serious was going on, he called the local authorities, and about a week later, after an alarm went off in the building, they came down to the office to come take a look, but they were unable to find anybody or anything. After checking the security camera footage, this is what they saw. So is this a haunted office building, or just something easily explainable, like a bad door that opens on its own or something? Let me know what you think. Number 4. Over on the r/ghosts subreddit, a user named Cam Sunkissed shares a video of a home surveillance recording on his front porch while a pizza delivery driver drops off the order at the house. Seems fairly normal right now, but this simple pizza delivery turns into something much more terrifying in just a matter of seconds.
Oh, okay.
Very
What
clearly,
are you
you can
saying?
just hear somebody's voice. It's almost like a whisper, and it doesn't seem to catch the pizza delivery man's attention. It's just very bizarre and out of place here. I'll just play it one more time. Just listen very, very closely.
Okay, right. That last one it looks like it sounds like it says "look out there," and the first thing it sounded like he's saying "don't come near."
Very closely.
Don't you come near. This is bad. Look out there.
Amazingly, it doesn't even seem as if the pizza delivery driver even hears anything, so maybe this bizarre sounding voice was only audible once listening to the recording and not in person. That would definitely explain why the driver has no reaction.
Near where I live, an old hospital was turned into an apartment building. You couldn't pay me enough to live there. Yeah, who would take an old hospital and turn it into an apartment building? And that's one thing. But who would want to live there?
Whatsoever as soon as the voice starts speaking, but I would like to imagine that if he did hear it,
What's the rent for a place like that?
would be a little bit freaked out and would probably quickly drop the order off and leave immediately. One commenter says it sounds like perhaps Spanish, and he thinks the voice could be saying, "Do you listen to me?" Of course, this is just speculation, so take it with a grain of salt, but either way, this is one voice you certainly wouldn't want to hear on your security camera. Number 3, a YouTuber named Yams is hanging out with his friend Bryson when they suddenly suspect that they
And he always collabs with his favorite YouTube partners. Mashed potatoes, sweet potato pie, turkey, cranberry sauce, stuffing.
saw something bizarre off in the woods located near
near campus,
Yam's
they're probably
house.
alive. Oh,
When
wow.
they took out their phone, they were able to take a picture of the strange phenomena in question, but they want to see if they can find it one more time, and this time in person. So they split up and go 2 separate ways in order to see if they can track down whatever it is they saw. Even still, I don't think they knew that this was going to happen.
What was that?
Oh, whoa,
Right
okay.
there.
Okay.
So I just want you to focus your attention. Upper left corner of the screen. There's clearly somebody walking in the woods here.
Will!
Right there. And I think this is actually a case of just a complete stranger just sort of wandering around in the woods here. But this also seems to kind of be a bit of a residential area, and there doesn't look to be, maybe there's a pathway right here, but they look to be walking directly in the tree line here. Almost like they're trying to stay out of sight, but it certainly terrified this YouTuber. Out of the corner of his eye, one of the friends sees the creature in question lurking around the forest and begins to run away from the scene immediately and starts to call out his friend's name in order to find him and regroup. Luckily, just a few moments later, the 2 friends are back together, and the one filming informs the other that he believes he was able to capture the creature on film. However, some people in the comments have questioned this video's authenticity, stating that just a few seconds before the footage cuts off, you can see a long black object laying on the ground, which some people say is a costume. Then again, it could have just been something completely unrelated, but you never know. Either way, fake or not, this is one creepy video you won't want to watch late at night. Number 2, Reddit user Pentax25 says that his dad captured something rather unnerving on his porch camera late at night on a breezy April evening.
Did he say his dog captured something?
April evening, porch camera late at night, unnerving on his porch that his dad captured something rather unnerving on his porch camera late at night on a breezy April evening.
I'm sorry, it sounded like he said his dog.
The OP says he has no idea what exactly was captured and is in need of second opinions. Take a look at this piece of footage and make sure your volume is up relatively high. That's chilling. I just wasn't expecting that scream there. That was absolutely terrifying. Really caught me off guard. Especially just that one lone scream in the middle of the night. And apparently something else is also captured here. Right there, just those very faint whispers.
What's that?
So that's just absolutely bizarre, this whole video between that one scream. And I know the usual explanation when it comes to these screams is, oh, it's like a fox or some sort of animal. What really I think makes this video terrifying is that that can't be the case, because there's also these very distinct whispers heard. But obviously that scream is by far just the scariest part of this video. Let's play that back one more time. It's absolutely terrifying.
That's so creepy.
And there are the whispers. The video goes on for about another full minute after the last sound can be heard, but sadly, or luckily depending on how you look at it, no other sounds can be heard afterward. Opinions on what was making these terrifying noises are divided. with some saying that it could just be something simple like a fox roaming around late at night through the neighborhood or some other animal, but as you can expect, others are thinking that it could be that of a skinwalker, a creature in Navajo folklore that is said to be a dangerous witch that has the distinct ability to turn into, possess, or disguise themselves as an animal. Looking at this video footage, that description seems eerily accurate. I've got a challenge for you, since you've made it this far. Number 1, for a lot of people, dolls are one of the creepiest.
Why is this the first thing you show us? Why is a doll hanging itself?
Inanimate objects in the world. There's just something so eerie and uncanny about them that is hard to describe,
That's the first
but
thing
many
you
people
show.
share this fear. That's why there have been an abundance of possessed doll movies, especially in the last 10 years, because filmmakers know that people are terrified of dolls. If you are creeped out by dolls as well, then this video by YouTuber Spooky Links is only going to
Annabelle.
add to your fear.
Oh no, is it Annabelle or Annalise?
Right there.
Oh!
Did you see its hand just moved up ever so slightly? And right there again. That's just absolutely terrifying. Almost looks like it's raising its hand to where its heart would be.
And I'm not talking about the one around its neck. I can see the string.
And then just drops down
like
again.
Right,
just that.
It's like right there. You can. It's very faint, but you can just make out the string attachment.
That motion just seems so human-like as well. It's just super
fake.
terrifying. I think especially because this doll is suspended in mid-air, just makes this video even more creepy and bizarre. The doll in this video is allegedly haunted, and the uploader tried to get that doll to move on its own, but at the time of the recording, he didn't see that it did exactly that. I'm sure he was equal parts terrified and fascinated at the same time upon reviewing the footage.
That's an
Even if the
unrelated
doll
string.
did something as simple as just moving its hand, it's still a sign that the doll may be possessed after all. Hopefully, he didn't keep it in his house for too long, because we all know how that would turn out. Mysterious events are happening among us all the time, and lucky for us, some of them are called.
Love from America, buddy. Alright. Next we have from King Frostmare. Scary videos that have chilled us frosty.
Hello guys, tonight we want to take a look at some more mysterious and possible inexplicable recordings again. And now without further ado, let's buckle up and stay frosty. This video submission stems from Treya Autumn Wolf, and she told me about a channel called Hunting the Dead. Apparently the owner of the channel is documenting a haunting that is taking place in his own home, and some unseen force is messing with his whole family. The following are captures that his CCTV cameras could record, which are placed in the whole house.
Indeed it is.
In particular, there's a lot of mist activity that can be captured in the living room, oftentimes when only his kids are around. A little bit eerie, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. That is creepy though. What in the world?
I mean, isn't that significant? What makes them manifest a little right in front of that camera? I wonder. And there's also a lot of orb-like activity in his bedroom, and I don't think this is dust. What's your opinion?
Yeah, dust doesn't fly up, so unless there's a current. But if it was a current, it wouldn't be moving as deliberately.
They also like to pull the blanket in the middle of the night. How mean!
Hey, don't, you know, we need to really have a talk here, spirits. It's one thing to haunt our children. It's one thing to throw my chairs on the floor, but don't you ever, ever take our blanket off when we're trying to sleep. Is someone vaping in the house? Looks like my vape smoke.
And like many paranormal enthusiasts, he makes contact with the entity via a Ouija board. And this sometimes can go south, as you will see here.
Sometimes? It usually always goes south.
This is the malevolent force that he's dealing with in his house. What are your thoughts? Maybe even demonic? Or maybe something that remains
don't
there
mess with
from
Ouija
another
boards.
time? Check out his footage on his channel. I've put the
Don't know
link
how
in the
many times I have to
description.
say that. Just don't mess with that shit. No one listens.
This was captured by Claire X. Chalander, and it is a capture that apparently frightened her whole family. She reached out to the paranormal community for a possible explanation, and she states,
Being married myself, I can tell you, I was exceedingly nervous on the day before and the day of. But it's normal to get nervous like that. But the best thing to do is to not let it distract you from what's gonna make you happy in the end.
Can anyone pick anything up from this? My two nieces snapped it last night. There was no one else in the room, and nobody knows that person in the back.
Ooh, okay. Hi.
A really sinister face can be seen behind one of her nieces in the back. It appears that it has an open mouth, and people pointed out that they can see teeth and a big nose. If we think about it, what could be the reason for this capture? Was there something else with them in the room that belonged to another realm? Was it a demon perhaps? Or just something in the background that they were not aware of? Although I find that a little bit unlikely. Let me hear your explanation for this.
Ghost in the living room.
The following video is from the early 2000s, and it was sent to me by Frank. He states that the clip was captured by a man who assumed that some paranormal forces were tampering with him and his family. This night he heard inexplicable noises, saw fast shadows in the corner of his eyes, and noticed that there were a couple of inexplicable cold spots in several areas of the house. He put his camera on a tripod in the kitchen, filmed towards the living room, and came up with this.
Okay. Okay, that's not creepy or anything.
So, at what are we looking at here exactly? Some say that it appears to be a spirit in a wheelchair that is rolling into the shot and then vanishes. Can you see that too? I wonder about the history of this older building. Maybe it was one of the former owners. Unfortunately, not much is said about who inherited this place before. But I find this clip truly magnificent, even though it's pretty dated.
I haven't. Again, the only thing I can think of with that is CG. I'm going to stalk you. La 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 la.
The following is a recording from user Thistelmom73.
Yep, okay, there
the
you
story
are.
behind it is
Over
quite
there.
unsettling to
Right
say
there.
the least. Thistle is recording an older photo that was taken during a Christmas concert in 2010. She was taking pictures of her son and the whole family was reviewing the captures the night after that at home, they noticed that there seemed to be something peeking around the curtain in the background that startled them, to be honest.
Dun, dun, dun.
It looks like there's an apparition staring at the children with a sleeping cap on and possibly a nightgown of some sorts. Is it the spirit of an elderly lady? Their son stated that there was nobody in the back that was dressed up like that, nor were there any plays planned for that night. Also, notice the
or given the fact that it's a theater that this picture was taken in, it could have been someone pulling a prank on the audience.
Shining eyes. How creepy.
That could be a prop or something like that, and someone's holding it up and just kind of pulling the curtain back a little bit, playing a prank on people.
Never found out what it actually was. Maybe for the better.
Alright, we're starting to kind of die down here a little bit. These guys need to really step their game up. I want to get scared.
The next video was recorded by Angel, and he states that there is a building in his local town that many people say is haunted. And ever so often, a report comes in from friends or family members that claim that they have seen weird things that were going on in this building. He saw strange things as well in there, but could never really capture it. The building was converted to a supermarket, by the way. This night, a friend on the passenger seat of his car recorded while they were driving through the street in question, and while passing by the store, there seemed to be something mysterious that can be seen in the window.
Oh my,
Let's take a look.
bus.
Apparently the store was closed around that time, which I believe. It looks like nobody remained in there after closing hours. Yet, some viewers believe that they see an elderly lady standing there. Could that be so?
I actually saw two figures, this one right here, and if we slow down the footage...
But how?
And another one up there.
Very curious.
Now, what makes me more curious is why they decided to just film that grocery store in the first place. What possessed them to do that? Two black blurs. Yep.
Sheila has sent me the following video, and it was apparently captured in the hallway of a factory. This building is said to be very old, and the only purpose of this camera is the video surveillance.
It's a setup.
Since
Yeah,
people tried to break
I
into
agree.
this place several times in the past. This night, the CCTV camera has captured something quite eerie in the basement of this building after closing hours. Let's take a look. There certainly appears to be an apparition walking around down there, seemingly peeking at the camera and then returning towards where it came from. But what was it? Was it maybe a spirit? Or somebody that was still at the premises? Pretty unlikely though. What's your explanation?
It's either a ghost or someone who was there and shouldn't have been there.
The next video was sent by Annette, and she told me that the woman featured in it was just fooling around on her rooftop that night, and her neighbor was filming this whole incident transpire. Neri Kellerman, the woman that is featured in the clip, actually didn't notice anything strange that evening. It was just a goofy skit after all. But when her neighbor sent her the recording via Snapchat, she noticed that there seemed to be an eerie black mass standing right next to Neri, which was creepy enough for them to check the video, and there it was.
No, manches, ¿estás loca? ¿Estás loca, verdad?
Okay, what?
If you look to your left, there seems to be a figure in a dark robe standing right next to Neri. And of course there was nobody else with them, so they seemed really surprised when they saw that creepy apparition right there. To this day, it's pretty much unclear what happened that night.
Finally, something a little bit scary.
Some people say it looks like the Grim Reaper. Would you agree? Maybe something else?
It's definitely creepy, whatever it is. Finally, something scary. Whether it's real or not, I don't know. That's a tricky one.
The following recordings stem from CCTV cameras, and originally nobody saw anything strange. It was on second glance that security guards at 2 different locations noticed that something seemed off. And they should not be the only people that noticed that there seemed to be something going on that might not have been fully explainable.
It might be easier to pick up on it if all these green boxes are in the way.
By a security guard that realized that something really strange was going on. Apparently there was a child standing on the parking lot when a car arrives, and then the weirdness begins. It is suddenly gone, vanished into thin air. And it appears that we can see it here the first time.
It's either a ghost sighting or a really bad camera error.
The driver must have seen it too, because he couldn't believe his eyes. He actually gets out of the car and gives it a second look.
Scary video of the green box.
Went, but he's without luck. Now, what happened here? Was it the spirit of a child that was just standing there?
Hey, some people find the color green very scary.
How could he just vanish?
So, yeah, if you're a person that is afraid of the color green, that video did the trick to you.
There's so much weird stuff going on in that video, I really don't know what's up with that.
Alright. Next up, we got our second video from Fearsome Top 5. I'm going to drop them all like 5 scary ghost videos that you were not meant to see.
Welcome to Fearsome Top 5. Today, we're about to take a look at 5 videos of ghosts caught on camera. Number 1. The first video that we're about to take a look at was uploaded by YouTuber Lamar Menz. This channel is run by a self-proclaimed paranormal addict and urban explorer who loves to enter into the lost, abandoned, and haunted.
God, this guy's voice, it creeps me out.
Haunted sites this world leaves behind. A year ago, Lamar was asked to come investigate an abandoned home that was well known for having paranormal activity. And throughout his last investigation, Lamar experienced things that he still cannot explain to this day.
Feeling like a weird freaking energy, like right here. It's weird. Oh my god. Holy shit. Holy shit. Dude, you called it. You called it. Can you move that weight? Can you unhatch it? Oh, holy go!
Despite his terrifying experience, he decided to return to this house once again. Lamar and his friend make their way through the house and begin their investigation. And eventually, he finds himself standing in this blue room. After attempting to make contact with any lingering spirits, he complains that he feels something behind him.
Hello? I got the weirdest feeling behind me. Anybody there?
Should run an SLS meter.
Moments later, while filming the room, orbs begin to appear and float around him. Could these orbs possibly be the reason that he felt uneasy, as if someone was lurking behind him? As Lamar and his friend Mo make their way through the house, the paranormal activity begins to pick up.
What the hell?
What was that? Oh, that door just closed.
No way.
You heard that? That door just closed.
A little while later, Lamar asks, "Is anybody here?" And immediately after asking this, an orb appears to leave the room.
I'm sorry. Just...
Body here. And immediately after asking,
Benny Hill. Oh my gosh. Yeah, for those of you who don't know why I'm laughing, about, I think maybe 9 months ago, I did another one of these, reaction videos because I couldn't sleep at night. And I saw one a clip that was just so ridiculous that I had to put the Benny Hill music in it. And it just seemed to have meshed perfectly. The music with that clip, it just seemed to have meshed perfectly. And now it's coming back to to just kind of haunt me. Benny Hill.
This, an orb appears to leave the room directly in front of him.
Anyone here?
In another attempt to make contact with the entity in this house, Lamar conducts a spirit box session. But while in the middle of asking questions, something unexpected happens.
Let me know if that was you. Bro, what the fuck was that?
As if this activity wasn't enough, the guys get the brilliant idea to chant Bloody Mary into a mirror to see what kind of activity.
No. Don't do that.
They can stir up.
Bloody Mary.
Do you think I'll have that through me? Sorry.
Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god, bro. I didn't think that was gonna work.
While chanting Bloody Mary, a loud, unexpected sound comes from the same bathroom that they're in, sending the guys running. And after this terrifying experience, the two men decide to call it a night and quickly leave the house. Number 2. When it comes to haunted places, hotels stand out as being one of the creepiest, with their countless rooms and endless hallways.
Especially not Bloody Mary.
This is especially true for the Biltmore Hotel. After its completion in 1922, the Biltmore was ready for business. Unfortunately, 30 years later, this hotel was hit by Hurricane Carol in 1954, flooding the hotel and submerging the lobby 8 feet underwater. Now till this day, this hotel is well known for being haunted, with many guests complaining about strange activity they experienced during their stay. YouTube user Jack Stevens posted a video documenting his terrifying experience in this hotel, and he left a description for this video which reads, "I stayed in room 1102 at the famously haunted Biltmore Hotel in Providence, Rhode Island. I documented some freaky experiences I had while staying in the room.
Making a video. I'm here at the Providence Biltmore Hotel. I'm in room 1102. I'm making this video because it's like 2 in the morning right now. Just been sitting here watching TV, and the door to my bathroom in this room has slammed 2 or 3 times in the last half an hour. So I don't know why it's doing that, but no one's going to believe me if I don't get it on video, so I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try to catch this happening on video. The last time it happened was like about 6 or 7 minutes ago, and it's happening every 6 or 7 minutes, so I'm hoping to catch it again right now. Did you see that?
I did see that. I see someone sitting right here behind the door. See, there's the top of his head right there.
Did you see that? It just did it again. I cannot believe I got that on video.
Okay, and here's the edit cut.
There is nobody in this room except for me. That is the freakiest thing ever. There's nobody back here.
As the video begins, Jack makes his way to the hallway where he gets in position, ready to catch this strange activity on camera. And after some waiting, the door eventually gets slammed shut by an unseen force. He then makes his way to the bathroom to further show that there is no one in this room that could have possibly shut the door. Lucky for Jack, whatever entity that caused this to happen appears to have been cooperating for his video. Number 3. It comes as no surprise that many people have a fear of dolls. Something about seeing an inanimate object that has a human face does not sit right with a lot of people. And if you happen to be one of those people, then you may want to prepare yourself for this next video.
Bring it.
TikTok user Soul Mori recently posted a video of their dolls that they claim are haunted. The person that runs this account is a self-proclaimed haunted artist and is proud to say that they live with haunted dolls. And the video that we're about to take a look at is captioned, "I learned Gilbert's favorite song on my kalimba. Did you see him dancing?" The two dolls in the video are named Gloria and Gilbert. The person recording has been playing music for their dolls and recently learned that Gilbert, the smaller doll, has taken a liking to this particular song. As they begin to play the song, we can clearly see Gilbert begin to move his arm. And as the song continues, Gilbert once again starts to lift his arm. If this footage is genuine, then it is truly amazing. And if this TikTok user can continue to capture more evidence like this, they may just make a believer out of a whole lot of people. Number 4.
That was creepy.
Out of all of the places that could potentially be haunted, a crematorium seems like one of the most obvious. After all, this is where dead bodies go before they reach their final resting place. Well, TikTok user Sherry2204 recently posted a video that captured strange paranormal activity happening overnight. As the video begins, we catch a glimpse of what a crematorium looks like at night. And a few moments into the video, we can see what appears to be a coffin on wheels begin to slowly move across the floor. This eerie sight is enough to make the hair on the back of your neck stand up, especially when you take a moment to consider that there could potentially be a body in that coffin. We can't say for sure that this video is not a hoax, but anyone that would fake a video in a crematorium is just asking for trouble.
Yeah.
Number 5. The last video that we're about to take a look at was posted by TikTok user The Dradge House. This account is run by a woman that documents the paranormal activity that happens in her family home. Well, she recently posted a video that shows just how terrifying the activity in her home really is.
There's an orb. Several orbs.
In this video, the woman recording was sitting in her bathroom, filming the stairs outside of the door. Shortly after the recording starts, the bathroom begins to get flooded with orbs, floating throughout the room. Next, the stairs outside of the door begin to creak, almost as if someone or something started walking up them. And this creaking sound only grows louder as it climbs up the stairs. This woman is clearly braver than most, as she nonchalantly continues to film while the sound of an approaching entity comes closer. Well, that was 5 videos of ghosts caught on camera. If you think you have any explanation for anything you just witnessed, please put it in a comment below.
Ugh. Those were creepy. Alright guys. The legend himself. Duke's top 5. Top 5 scary ghost videos that are not for the squeamish. Let's go, buddy. I've been hit with a lot of good ones tonight, so let's finish off on a bang.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera when the walls come tumbling down. Paranormal investigators Jordan and Johnny from the YouTube channel Paranormies are back on a new investigation that brings them to an old abandoned train station in Piney, Manitoba, Canada. The Piney train station was closed in the 1960s. In the 1980s, a tormented local man named Dennis drank himself to death in the abandoned Piney train station. Locals believe that his spirit haunts the station to this day. People have seen unexplained shadows in the windows of the train station, and curious explorers who dared to go inside would feel a presence watching them. The Paranormies Jordan and Johnny set out to investigate whether the stories are true. Once inside the Piney train station, the two friends realize just how badly decayed the building is. The roof actually seems like it's about to collapse.
Yeah?
Oof.
Yeah. Oh my god! Was that upstairs? No, that's outside.
No. I'd be gone.
Piece of the house
I'd be gone. No.
That might have been it, because look at the roof. Was that a piece of the house, or was that you?
Jordan and Johnny aren't sure whether they just captured something paranormal or something might have fallen from the ceiling. But the longer they're inside, the stranger the unexplained sounds become.
Holy. Sound like glass shattering.
This time the Paranormies team hears the sound of glass shattering somewhere inside the old train station. But again, they can't quite place where the crash came from. But the next sound they hear is even creepier.
She was saying he's so emotional.
That's footsteps.
Matter.
That's footsteps. Go.
Hang on.
This thing is going off right now.
Dennis!
That's loud, dude.
No.
I'm going out.
Jordan and Johnny hear footsteps coming from right above them on the second floor. However, when they go up to investigate, there's no one there. But the two explorers do find the source of one sound they hear, and it is absolutely terrifying.
All the people that are coming through this place.
React.
What's that?
React.
How's that?
What is that, man? Dude.
I'm getting chills, guys.
Hang on.
Is that,
Dude, what the fuck is that?
and it just stops.
The lock on the door is eerily shaking back and forth on its own. When the investigators get close to the door, the fast-paced rattling mysteriously just stops. Jordan and Johnny decide to do a sensory deprivation session. Jordan covers his eyes and puts headphones in his ears so that the only thing he hears are the answers coming through their spirit box. Meanwhile, Johnny asks questions to the spirit of Dennis that might be haunting the abandoned train station. They get some strange answers. But then, something even more shocking happens.
Shit out.
Here.
Here? That was you? You're here? If you can make that noise again.
I heard K2.
If you can make that noise again, I'll check the K2. If you can make that noise again, let us know.
In here.
We'll come over there.
Sweep. What?
There's a noise over there. Oh my god.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't. Hold on. Let me rewind it. I usually like to try to find it myself before he shows me.
Two.
If you can make that noise again, I'll check the K2. If you can make that noise again, let us know.
In here.
We'll come over there.
Sweep. What?
I think I saw like a faint shadow figure exiting the room from across the hall.
Oh,
Did you see it? The bizarre silhouette of what looks like the upper half of a person can be seen slowly forming in the hallway. When Jordan shines his flashlight on the eerie figure, it disappears. Eventually, the guys decide to set up a Ouija board to communicate with the spirit. It did not go well.
Oh god, yeah.
My hands and knees are just shaking.
Did you move? It looks like it's crooked.
Really? No, it's still right over top.
It's right over T, but I thought it was straighter before.
What was that? The light just died?
Or light just died.
Was that you, Dennis? What was that? The light. No, it's still right over top.
It's right over T, but I thought it was straighter before.
What was that? The light just died?
I thought that was a light artifact I saw.
Was that you, Dennis? The thing was fully charged.
Might be using the energy. Oh, dude, get up, get up.
It sounded like everything was falling apart.
Holy.
The light on their camera dies even though the battery is fully charged. And then the guys have to make a run for it as the station suddenly starts to fall apart all around them. They grab their camera, leave the Ouija board, and just get out of there. So did the Paranormies capture supernatural evidence that proves
Fucking hell.
that the Piney train station is haunted? Did they capture the ghost of Dennis's lingering soul on camera? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? As always, you decide. You can watch this full investigation and many more creepy videos over on the YouTube channel, Paranormies. Caught on camera. This next video was sent to me.
This is why I saved Nuke's top 5 for last, guys. That was just the first video. Ugh.
Privately by Nuke's Top 5 viewer, Mary Therese Pagay from the Philippines. In her email, Mary says that she's a nursing student and that she was at home with her brother recording a demonstration video for her final exam. Then, this happened.
1, 2, 3, go. Okay na? Now that I have introduced myself to the patient, verified the client's... Now that I have introduced myself to the patient, explained the procedure, and asked for his consent, verified the client's identity, and provide...
Ano ito?
Sige pa, sige na. 1, 2, 3, go. Now that I have introduced myself to the patient,
The light flickers for a second and then just off screen, the closet door forcefully slams open on its own, scaring Mary and her brother so much that they run from the room. In a follow-up video, Mary shows the closet that burst open, and the story gets truly bizarre.
So this is where it all began, and this is the cabinet. And I'm actually very afraid to touch it or open it. I'm very sorry for the mess. So as you can see, this cabinet is full of clothes and no person can actually, oh my gosh, fit inside here. And this is where my brother stood. And this is the light switch. So my brother was videotaping me. Filming here. I was standing here, and my brother was standing here. And the lights actually started to flicker before the cabinet opened. And actually before that, we were actually experiencing weird things.
Did you hear that? No.
Weird things.
That growl.
Weird things.
The hell was that?
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm very scared. But this is what it looks like inside. Tabi-tabi po. No person can actually fit inside here. It was actually me and my brother inside this room. And right now, I'm not sleeping inside this room. I'm sleeping in my parents' room.
Mary explains that she is now too scared to sleep in her own room. And maybe she should be, because during the recording of her follow-up video, a strange voice can be heard.
And actually before that, we were actually experiencing weird things.
Now, Mary has a YouTube channel, but her videos are entirely dedicated to her nursing education and have nothing at all to do with the paranormal. Furthermore, Mary says that she's always been a skeptic, and before these videos, nothing paranormal had ever happened in her home. As for me, personally, I'd have to say that she genuinely looks terrified in this clip. But what do you think? What remains?
I don't know, guys. I'm leaning towards real on that one. I can't think of a reason why or how it could be faked. what she would have to gain from it.
Urban explorer Christopher Hill from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill travels to the city of Warren, Ohio to explore the long-abandoned St. Joseph Riverside Hospital. The sprawling medical facility was established in the 1960s, and as with any old hospital, thousands of patients passed away inside its walls. Many people believe that some of those patients never left. Because, you see, the St. Joseph Riverside Hospital is said to be extremely haunted. Chris enters the old decaying building, and as he explores the hospital's cluttered hallways and rotting rooms, he captures some very strange sounds. Later,
Yeah, there's
and
someone
on a
living
completely
there.
different floor, he hears something again.
Thought I heard something.
Okay.
Now, I'm not sure exactly what these odd sounds could be. Obviously, it might be anything from animals inside the hospital to just some very odd building settling noises. Or possibly even something paranormal. But either way, Chris just shrugs it off and completes his exploration throughout the entire St. Joseph Hospital. But later on, after Chris uploads his video, observant YouTube viewers spot something that Chris didn't even notice. Something downright chilling.
Oh. Right here, guys, right here.
Oh, it's flooded.
Did you see it? It's very easy to miss, but what appears to be a hand or arm can be seen quickly disappearing behind a door frame. Chris has no idea what he's just captured and passes right by the door and continues on to explore the flooded rooms down the hallway. So just what is this? Could it simply be a squatter who is living in the old deserted building? Or could it be one of the spirits that roam the old hospital hallways?
Those
Let
sounds
me
didn't
know what
make
you
him
think.
leave.
You can watch this entire video and many more explorations of creepy abandoned buildings over on the YouTube channel, Urbex Hill. If you see a video that you think would be perfect for the top 5, or if you have a ghost hunting channel and you caught something great, contact me at nukestop5@gmail.com. Meanwhile, on TikTok.
TikTok
user Dino Nugget 741 claims that ever since he saw a quote voodoo lady in New Orleans 7 years ago, that something followed him home, and that the entity has not left him alone ever since. He says that the mysterious spirit even follows him when he moves to a new house. He records his terrifying experiences and posts them to TikTok. One night, in an attempt to cleanse his brand new home in Colorado with sage, the TikTok user captures something absolutely horrifying.
Come on, man. I know, bud. I'm not afraid, man. Come on out, man. Yes. Hello. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
As he opens the door to the basement, a dark figure can be seen standing at the bottom of the staircase, just kind of staring up at him. When he turns on the light, the figure disappears out of sight. He checks out the basement, but there's no one there. Then strangely, he hears the voice of what sounds like a laughing woman from upstairs, and the door slams shut. So is it real? Or is this bizarre haunting just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
I don't know.
You can check out more of his paranormal encounters.
You know, if you've been around here for a while, you know that I still am just very skeptical about this particular story.
Over on his TikTok page and YouTube channel, Dino Nuggets 741.
If it is real though, I feel sorry for that guy.
So I keep seeing comments saying that the original video is on Nuke's Top 5s. If somebody has the link to that, could you please send it to me? Because I can't seem to find it.
TikTok user Dom Matigan says that his family home in Chicago was built in 1929, and that the original owner, a man named Richard Spencer, took his own life after he suffered financial ruin during the Great Depression. For years, Dom and his family have heard the strange sounds of footsteps, knocking, and even banging inside their home. The family believes that the ghost of Richard Spencer haunts the home. One night around 11 p.m., Dom is home alone when suddenly the angry ghost makes a terrifying return. Dom grabs his phone and starts to record.
Okay, so I'm literally home alone. Listen to how loud and aggressive it is.
Okay, and there was no shadow through the underframe of that door.
That's why we're moving.
Now, obviously Dom doesn't seem to be frightened at all by the incident, but Dom explained that he's heard the banging so many times now that it doesn't even really scare him anymore. Weeks later, it happens again, and Dom is ready.
Okay, so we're back in the house, and every few seconds there's another... Get the f*** out of here. Get the f*** out of here.
He runs toward the door and opens it, but again, no one there. Intrigued TikTok viewers wonder what would happen if Dom started to knock back. Another night, and Dom decides to test it out.
Okay, so I'm trying to get ready for bed. And there's another one. It's so nothing. Everyone's been asking me to try and knock back. You f***ing dick.
Dom steps outside and knocks on the door himself, but the response actually comes from the closet door next to him. These days, Dom says that instead of being scared by the haunting, it has actually started to become a tiring nuisance. Dom is currently making plans to move to a new house. So is Dom's family home haunted by an angry ghost? You decide. You can find more of his paranormal experiences over on the YouTube channel and TikTok page, Dom Matigan. So last week, I featured the story of Maddie Bark, who believes that a dark entity followed
This is the series of TikTok videos.
her home after she went on a paranormal investigation at a cemetery.
Maggie? Maggie?
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that.
Maggie? Who is the Oh my god. Did he just move? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Maddie says that she often sees a creepy translucent figure on the property around her home, seemingly getting closer and closer to the house. Since the video, Maddie went on a TikTok live stream ghost investigation in her own backyard in an attempt to capture the bizarre figure again. Her live stream viewers are shocked when they see something that Maddie just can't see.
So these are the trees that keeps getting foggy. And it's actually kind of clear. Well, obviously you can't see the sky, but it's like super clear.
Whoa! Oh,
The same strange pale translucent apparition seems to appear right in front of Maddie. But what do you think? You can follow Maddie's paranormal experiences over on her YouTube channel and TikTok page, Maddie Bark. The Red
That's a
House.
no thank you for me.
Paranormal investigator Kevin Barranco from the YouTube channel Archivo Extinto travels to Guadalajara, Mexico to explore the historic La Casa Colorada, which translates to the Red House. The house was built in 1923 and for years functioned as military barracks before becoming a hospital. The hospital was eventually closed down and the property was left empty and abandoned. Stories circulated that the remote and secluded location became a place where cults performed dark rituals. Curious visitors claim to have seen witches, demons, and the skeletal female figure of Santa Muerte, a Mexican saint who is said to wear a long cloak and be the personification of death itself. Kevin is joined by his
creepy.
friends as they explore the creepy location, but the group begins to get a little nervous when they hear odd noises coming from all around them.
Ay, joder. No mames, se escuchó un ruido de acá de este lado. ¿Dónde fue? ¿Dónde fue? Se escuchó acá de este lado. Ay, cabrón, no mames. Tranquilos, tranquilos, tranquilos.
Ay, no mames, me saqué.
Tranquilos, tranquilos.
¿Dónde fue? De este lado, fue aquí adentro, no sé exactamente en qué parte, pero de este lado.
Ay, güey.
The group finds strange symbols and words written on the walls inside the structure, both in Spanish and oddly in English too. And again, they hear something.
Sí, esto es bastante interesante. Es una palabra en inglés que no voy a mencionar en estos momentos por cuestiones de protección hacia nosotros. Pero dentro de las palabras de esta palabra hay un nombre muy... Acá se escucha. Sí, bien cabrón. Oye, ¿lo escucharon? ¿Escuchaste? Sí, bien clarito, güey. No sé si la cámara lo captó.
The camera seems to capture the sound of an unexplained deep breath coming from somewhere in the darkness.
Gone like a shot. I don't think I would even stick around for a bit. I think I would have been gone after that first bang.
As they continue investigating the writing on the walls, they capture something downright chilling.
Que por todas las paredes hay frases, no sé, quizás unas por vandalismo, otras por sectas. La verdad es que no desconocemos el significado y la verdad es que no queremos saber sobre ello. Aquí hace mucho frío, ¿eh? Sí, hace bastante.
I saw it.
What appears to be a cloaked figure can be seen walking inside the structure, but the Archivo Extinto team are completely unaware of what they have just captured. So could it be that Kevin and his team captured the apparition of Santa Muerte, the cloaked lady of death? Let me know what you think down in the comments. You can watch this full, scary 3-part investigation over on the YouTube channel Archivo Extinto. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Instagram here. Follow me on Twitter here.
Ugh. Dang, those were some good ones tonight, guys. Ugh. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give me a big fat thumbs up on that one. If you're new here, subscribe, and don't forget to go check out my countdown channel, The Paranormal Man. You guys have been legends, just blowing that channel up, and I will be getting a countdown video up there. I'm hoping to get it by Thursday, but I'm currently looking for videos I can react to. I know that someone mentioned something about a demon house, so I might look into that as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, and God bless. Bye-bye.